Hey, what's up, guys? Coming to you, Love and Truth. And I want to talk about 4 prophetic harvests that we should all know and understand prophetically and spiritually. The first prophetic harvest is a barley harvest, which happens every spring during Passover in March or April. And we understand this as the first fruits harvest is when Yeshua HaMashiach was raised from the dead and went to our Father in heaven. What's very interesting about the barley harvest is that it doesn't take very much to process the barley. You take barley and you toss it in the air, and the wind actually blows the chaff off the barley kernels, and that's how you process the barley. What we should understand spiritually about barley, it's not very stubborn at all. It listens to the Lamb wherever he goes. He follows the Father. The next prophetic harvest is the wheat harvest, which happens in the summer during May or June, and it's celebrated each year called Sukkot or Pentecost or Feast of Weeks. What's very interesting about the wheat harvest is tares sometimes grows with the wheat harvest. Jesus Christ talked about this. Yeshua HaMashiach talked about how the enemy sows tares with the wheat. And you don't pick out the tares individually because you may pick out wheat in the process. So you wait till it's all right for the harvest and you gather them all up and then you separate them. What's interesting about processing wheat is it's a more arduous process in getting the wheat kernels off the wheat. You have to put it on a threshing floor, and then you use a board with like rocks embedded into it. It's called a tribulum, and it's actually where we get the word tribulation. So what we should understand about tribulation is the Bible says that we will go through tribulation in the end days. But if we continue to be patient and endure through the process, we will come out refined and saved by Yeshua HaMashiach. The next prophetic harvest is the fall grape harvest that happens before tabernacles in September, October every year. But actually the grape harvest can start in June in Israel every year. Prophetically in Revelations 14, this is a harvest that we do not want to be a part of. It is a harvest when Yeshua HaMashiach is prophesied to come down on Mount Zion and save his Israel, 144,000. It is a harvest that the angels are sent out and gathered with sickles, and they are brought to the great winepress where Yeshua HaMashiach is the only one that treads the winepress. And the fourth prophetic harvest is the olive oil harvest, which happens September and October every year. And what we need to understand prophetically, olive oil represents faith, and it also coincides with the parable about the 5 virgins that had oil in their lamps and the 5 virgins that didn't. So this is something that we have to be prepared for Christ's coming.